Good morning, students. Students, in our today's video lecture, we would continue the topic which we have started earlier, that is error. And in our previous video lecture, we have started with topic error, what is error, types of error we have discussed, and accuracy, what is precision. In today's video lecture, we will talk about mathematical model of the error, and we will start from absolute error. We will start from absolute error. Absolute error. So, what is absolute error and how we would find mathematically absolute error? So, let's suppose a physical quantity, any physical quantity, a physical quantity is A, which is measured by an instrument, which is measured by an instrument, n times, because as I told you in the previous video lecture that to remove the error we have take many measurements of a physical quantity and finally we average all the measured value to get the average mean value of the physical quantity being measured so that the error could be minimized. So that's why the physical quantity A is measured n times. Let A1, A2, A3, A4 and so on An are the measurements तो ये सारी जो A1, A2, A3, A4 एंड An ये सारी क्या मेजरमेंट है, A की वैल्यूज हैं ये डिफरेंट टाइम्स. जब हमने पहली बार मेजरमेंट किया तो वैल्यू आई A1, सेकंड टाइम मेजरमेंट किया वैल्यू आई A2, थर्ड टाइम मेजरमेंट किया A3 एंड सो ऑन. ठीक है, तो ये उसी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी A की रीडिंग्स हैं. ठीक है, अब हमें क्या चाहिए, कि इसकी जो है इसके हम क्या फाइंड करेंगे, मीन वैल्यू. देखिए, तो मीन के लिए हम क्या फाइंड करेंगे, मीन वैल्यू. ठीक है, मीन वैल्यू. तो मीन वैल्यू के लिए क्या होगा, इसको डिनोट करेंगे AM से. ठीक है, AM से जहां पे स्टैंड कर रहा है मीन, तो मीन वैल्यू AM हमारी क्या होगी, सारी वैल्यूज का सम A1 प्लस A2 प्लस A3 प्लस एंड सो ऑन An. जितनी वैल्यूज थी सबको ऐड किया, डिवाइडेड बाय n कर दिया. ठीक है, एवरेज आप ऐसे ही फाइंड आउट करते हैं. ठीक है, तो A1 प्लस A2 प्लस A3 प्लस An अपॉन n. ठीक है, अब ये जो मीन वैल्यू आई है, ठीक है, अब ये मीन वैल्यू जो है वो यहां पर देखिए, इस पर्टिकुलर फिजिकल क्वांटिटी की अगर आपको इसकी अगर आपको रियल वैल्यू नहीं पता है, रियल वैल्यू या ओरिजिनल वैल्यू नहीं पता है. ठीक है, रियल वैल्यू और ट्रू वैल्यू, इसको कहते हैं ट्रू वैल्यू, या एक और नाम होता है स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू, या क्या कहते हैं इसको, स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू. ये भी कहते हैं रियल वैल्यू, ट्रू वैल्यू, स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू. ठीक है, तो अगर आपको रियल वैल्यू, ट्रू वैल्यू, स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू नहीं गिवन है तो AM जो हम मीन वैल्यू निकालते हैं, जितनी भी बार हमने मेजरमेंट करी उसका जो एवरेज आता है, जो मीन आता है, इसी को ही हम रियल वैल्यू के अप्रोक्सीमेट में ले लेते हैं इन केस अगर हमें न्यूमेरिकल में या किसी प्रॉब्लम में रियल वैल्यू नहीं गिवन है. अब हमें फाइंड क्या करना है, एब्सोल्यूट एरर. ठीक है, तो एब्सोल्यूट एरर होता है, देखिए यहां पर एक वर्ड है एब्सोल्यूट. एब्सोल्यूट का मतलब मैथमेटिक्स में एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू की अगर हम बात करें तो इसका मतलब होता है मॉडुलस. क्या मतलब होता है, मॉडुलस. एब्सोल्यूट का मतलब होता है मैथमेटिक्स में मॉडुलस. तो मॉडुलस का मतलब होता है, जैसे मॉडुलस का मतलब होता है जैसे -4. ठीक है, -4 वैल्यू है, इसका मॉड लेना है, ये ले लिया मॉड, तो -4 का मॉड आता है प्लस. क्या आता है, प्लस. 4 वैल्यू इसका मॉड लेंगे इसका आंसर भी 4 आएगा। मतलब मॉडुलस क्या करता है, पॉजिटिव वैल्यू हमें प्रोवाइड करता है, जैसे आप समझ सकते हैं। तो एब्सोल्यूट एरर, और एरर आपको मैं बता चुका हूं, इट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन मेजर्ड वैल्यू एंड ट्रू वैल्यू। तो मेजर्ड वैल्यू और ट्रू वैल्यू के बीच का जो डिफरेंस होता है वो हमारी होती है एरर। अब उसका हम मॉड ले लेंगे तो हमारी क्या बन जाएगी, एब्सोल्यूट एरर बन जाएगी। तो एब्सोल्यूट एरर आपको क्लियर हुआ क्या होती है, इट इज द मॉडुलस ऑफ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ट्रू वैल्यू एंड मेजर्ड वैल्यू। इट इज द मॉडुलस ऑफ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द ट्रू वैल्यू एंड मेजर्ड वैल्यू। तो चलिए हम पहली रीडिंग में निकालते हैं कितनी एरर है, एब्सोल्यूट एरर है, फिर इसमें निकालेंगे A2 में, सेकंड रीडिंग में क्या एब्सोल्यूट एरर है। अब यहाँ पर हम कंपेयर किससे करेंगे, ट्रू वैल्यू। ट्रू वैल्यू इसमें मान लीजिए हमें नहीं पता है तो हम मीन वैल्यू को ही ट्रू वैल्यू के एनालॉगस लेकर कंपेयर करेंगे। तो सबसे पहले तो हम निकालेंगे एब्सोल्यूट एरर, एब्सोल्यूट एरर इन फर्स्ट मेजरमेंट, फर्स्ट मेजरमेंट में हमारी एब्सोल्यूट एरर क्या है, इसको हम लोग फाइंड आउट करेंगे। कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे, इक्वल टू हमारा क्या होगा, देखिए यहां पर हमारा क्या है, AM, ठीक है, ट्रू वैल्यू, और ये रीडिंग है। तो AM में से हमने माइनस किया A1, तो ये हमारी यहां पर ट्रू वैल्यू की तरह बिहेव कर रही है। ट्रू वैल्यू माइनस मेजर्ड वैल्यू, तो ट्रू वैल्यू माइनस मेजर्ड वैल्यू या मीन वैल्यू जो कि, तो ये हमारा आएगा डिफरेंस। और इसके बाद हम इसका क्या ले लेंगे, मॉडुलस। क्यों, क्योंकि ये वैल्यू हो सकता है लेस हो, ये वैल्यू ज्यादा हो, ग्रेटर हो, तो वैल्यू नेगेटिव भी आ सकती है, पॉजिटिव भी आ सकती है, दो ही केस है, ठीक है। नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव जीरो भी आ सकती है, इक्वल अगर आता है, बट वो बहुत रेयर है। तो यहाँ पर मॉड लेंगे तो हमें क्या आएगी, ये आ गई हमारी एब्सोल्यूट एरर। तो ये हमारी एब्सोल्यूट एरर फर्स्ट मेजरमेंट आ गई, ठीक है। इसको हम लोग कैसे डिनोट करेंगे, इसको हम लोग डिनोट करेंगे डेल्टा A1 एब्सोल्यूट एरर। डेल्टा आपका क्या होता है, डिफरेंस होता है, क्या होता है, डिफरेंस होता है। और A1 में मतलब फर्स्ट रीडिंग, तो फर्स्ट रीडिंग में कितनी एरर है, एब्सोल्यूट एरर है AM माइनस A1 का मॉड। ऐसे ही हम सेकंड में निकालेंगे एब्सोल्यूट एरर इन एब्सोल्यूट एरर इन सेकंड मेजरमेंट, एब्सोल्यूट एरर इन सेकंड मेजरमेंट। तो ये क्या आएगा आपका, डेल्टा A2, डेल्टा A2 आपका क्या बनेगा, मॉड ऑफ AM माइनस A2। दिस इज द एब्सोल्यूट एरर इन सेकंड मेजरमेंट, ठीक है। अब इन केस आप इसी तरीके से डेल्टा AM भी फाइंड आउट कर लेंगे, यानी सभी में क्या एब्सोल्यूट एरर है। अब हम लोग फाइंड करने जा रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। तो एब्सोल्यूट एरर आपको समझ में आया कैसे हम लोग फाइंड करते हैं, व्हाट इज एब्सोल्यूट एरर। तो एब्सोल्यूट एरर सिंपली आपका क्या होता है, इट इज द मॉडुलस ऑफ डिफरेंस बिटवीन स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू एंड मेजर्ड वैल्यू या ट्रू वैल्यू एंड मेजर्ड वैल्यू। और अगर आपको न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम में ट्रू वैल्यू नहीं गिवन है तो आप क्या करेंगे, जो भी रीडिंग गिवन है उससे पहले आप क्या निकालेंगे, मीन निकालेंगे, एवरेज वैल्यू निकालेंगे। और यही एवरेज वैल्यू किसके एनालॉगस होगी, किसके सिमिलर होगी, ट्रू वैल्यू पे। और इसी से आप सभी का डिफरेंस, इसी से एरर निकालेंगे और सबका मॉड ले लेंगे, वही आपका क्या बन जाएगा, एब्सोल्यूट एरर बन जाएगा, ठीक है। अब हम लोग निकालने जा रहे हैं मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। अब हम लोग बात करने आ रहे हैं मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर की। तो उसको देखते हैं कैसे हम लोग मीन फाइंड करते हैं, वो आपको पता ही है। नाउ मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर, मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू फाइंड मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। तो एब्सोल्यूट एरर जो है उसका हमें क्या करना है, मीन करना है, मतलब एवरेज लेना है। तो एब्सोल्यूट एरर हमारी इस रीडिंग में क्या क्या है, डेल्टा A1 प्लस डेल्टा A2, मीन के लिए सही का सब करेंगे, प्लस डेल्टा A3 प्लस एंड सो ऑन डेल्टा AM, ठीक। कितने टाइम था, n टाइम था, डिवाइडेड बाय n। तो ये हमारा आ गया मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। इसको डिनोट कैसे करेंगे, डेल्टा A बार, ये लिख सकते हैं, या इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं, डेल्टा A मीन या बार लगा के, क्योंकि आपको पता है एवरेज के लिए बार का साइन यूज होता है। तो ये आपका आ गया मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर, यानी दिस इज द एरर इन ऑल द इन फिजिकल क्वांटिटी A। दिस इज द फाइनल, यू कैन से दिस इज द ओवरऑल एरर इन द फिजिकल क्वांटिटी बीइंग मेजर्ड व्हिच इज A। तो इसको आप ऐसे लिख सकते हो, डेल्टा A मीन, AM लिख सकते हो, डेल्टा A। डेल्टा यानी आपका एरर हो गई एब्सोल्यूट एरर, मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर आपका डेल्टा AM, या इसको आप ये भी कह सकते हो डेल्टा A के ऊपर क्या लगा के अपने बार और सभी का सम एब्सोल्यूट एरर का डिवाइडेड बाय जितने नंबर्स थे, ठीक है, मेजरमेंट के। तो ये आपका मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। अब देखिए जो भी रीडिंग आपने ली है, फिजिकल क्वांटिटी आपकी ए थी, तो उसका फाइनल आंसर आप कैसे लिखेंगे कि क्या उसका आंसर होगा? तो ये आपका एम जो आपने मेजर किया था प्लस माइनस बराबर प्लस माइनस डेल्टा ए बार, एम प्लस माइनस डेल्टा ए बार, ये आपका क्या है? प्लस माइनस डेल्टा का मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर है। और ये आपका क्या था? जो आपने वैल्यू क्या करी थी उसको एवरेज लिया था, ठीक है। तो ये आपका ये वैल्यू जो आपकी आई, लिखने का तरीका है, प्रोसेस है, ये है मेजर्ड वैल्यू ऑफ, दिस इज द मेजर्ड वैल्यू ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटी, फिजिकल क्वांटिटी, फिजिकल क्वांटिटी ए विद एब्सोल्यूट एरर, विद एरर, विद एरर। एरर के साथ उस वैल्यू को कैसे हम लोग लिखते हैं, तो ये वो तरीका है। तो उसकी वैल्यू क्या है? मेजर वैल्यू एम, ठीक है, एम प्लस माइनस डेल्टा ए बार। इसका मतलब ये है कि जो फिजिकल क्वांटिटी ए थी, इसकी जो वैल्यू होगी वो एम माइनस डेल्टा ए बार मिनिमम इतनी हो सकती है, और मैक्सिमम जो वैल्यू उसकी होगी, जितनी भी रीडिंग्स आप ले रहे हो, वो वैल्यू इसी के अंडर होनी चाहिए, लेस देन इक्वल टू, ये आपका इस तरह का साइन आपने ग्रेटर देन, यानी जो आपने फिजिकल क्वांटिटी मेजर करी है उसकी वैल्यू, इसकी मिनिमम वैल्यू होगी एम माइनस डेल्टा ए बार, और इसकी जो मैक्सिमम पॉजिटिव साइन है तो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू, यानी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी जो हम मेजर कर रहे थे a1 a2 a3 an, उनकी वैल्यू इसी रेंज में आएगी am माइनस डेल्टा ए बार से लेकर am प्लस डेल्टा ए बार के अंदर। तो ये आपका, और अगर आपसे पूछ दिया जाए मैक्सिमम एरर, मैक्सिमम पूछ दिया जाए इसकी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू क्या होगी, तो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू क्या होगी? मैक्सिमम मेजर्ड वैल्यू, अगर आपको निकालना हो मैक्सिमम मेजर्ड वैल्यू, तो मैक्सिमम मेजर्ड वैल्यू आपको पता है क्या होगी? मैक्सिमम मेजर्ड वैल्यू आपकी होगी, इन दोनों में मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ये है, तो मैक्सिमम मेजर्ड वैल्यू आपकी आ जाएगी एम प्लस डेल्टा ए बार। दिस इज द मैक्सिमम मेजर्ड वैल्यू ऑफ द फिजिकल क्वांटिटी बीइंग मेजर्ड हियर, ठीक है। तो हम लोगों ने अभी क्या क्या पढ़ लिया? हम लोगों ने पढ़ लिया, यहाँ पर अभी स्टडी किया है एब्सोल्यूट एरर क्या होती है, मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर क्या होती है, कैसे हम फाइंड करते हैं। तो एब्सोल्यूट एरर का हमने क्या कर दिया? मीन कर दिया, सभी को ऐड करके डिवाइड करें, तो दिस इज द मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। ये आपके रिप्रेजेंटेशन है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट बुक में डिफरेंट हो सकते हैं, मेरी आपको ये समझना है सभी का एडिशन डिवाइडेड बाय द नंबर्स, नहीं मीन हो गया आपका, ठीक है। अब जो मेजर वैल्यू आपने करी है उसका फाइनल आंसर आप एरर के साथ कैसे लिखेंगे, तो ये आप ऐसे लिखेंगे, ये वैल्यू आपकी एवरेज होके आएगी, और प्लस माइनस जो आपकी मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर है उसको आपने यहाँ पर लिख लिया, ठीक है। तो ये डेल्टा एम प्लस माइनस डेल्टा ए बार, और ये आपका क्या है? फिजिकल क्वांटिटी जो मेजर हुई है उसकी मिनिमम वैल्यू कहां से कहां थी, मतलब लिमिट क्या है उसकी, ये मिनिमम वैल्यू से लेकर ये मैक्सिमम वैल्यू के बीच में, ये आंसर्स आपके सारे जो भी आप मेजर करेंगे वो इसी के बीच में लाइकली लाई करेंगे, मतलब मैक्सिमम मोस्टली जो आपकी मेजर वैल्यू है वो इन्हीं दोनों वैल्यू के बीच में लाई करेंगे। अब हम लोग बात करते हैं, एक टर्म इसमें और जोड़ देते हैं, रिलेटिव। क्या जोड़ देते हैं? रिलेटिव। एक वर्ड और जोड़ देते हैं हम इसमें, रिलेटिव, RELATIV, रिलेटिव एब्सोल्यूट एरर, रिलेटिव एब्सोल्यूट एरर, या रिलेटिव मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर को बोलें तो ज्यादा ही अच्छा है। रिलेटिव मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर, रिलेटिव मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर, रिलेटिव मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर, ये क्या होता है? ठीक है, रिलेटिव जब भी वर्ड आता है आपको क्या करना है? रिलेट करना है, और रिलेट करने के लिए आपको पता है आप क्या करते हैं? डिवाइड करते हैं। तो इसके लिए आपको पता है आप क्या करेंगे यहाँ पर रिलेटिव एब्सोल्यूट एरर के लिए, जो इसकी एब्सोल्यूट एरर आपका मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर आपका क्या था? डेल्टा एम, ठीक, ये था। इसको किससे रिलेट करना है? इसकी जो ट्रू वैल्यू थी, और ट्रू वैल्यू क्वेश्चन में नहीं मिला, तो एम को आपने ट्रू वैल्यू दिया था, तो ये अपॉन में क्या हो गया? एम। तो ये जो क्वांटिटी है डेल्टा एम अपॉन एम, यानी मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर अपॉन ट्रू वैल्यू या मीन वैल्यू ऑफ द फिजिकल क्वांटिटी बीइंग मेजर्ड, दिस इज कॉल्ड रिलेटिव मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। आपने इसको रिलेट कर दिया। इसी में अगर आप इनटू 100 कर देते हैं, क्या कर देते हैं? इनटू 100, आप called percentage error. This is called percentage error. This is called percentage error. ये आपकी बन गई परसेंटेज। तो ये परसेंटेज एरर बन गई, और जब तक मल्टी नहीं किया तो तब तक ये रिलेटिव मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया तो परसेंटेज हो गई रिलेटिव मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर। तो दिस इज द ओवरऑल all about the today's video lecture we have learned, and in the next video lecture we would solve some एक numerical problem करेंगे इससे related, इस topic से related, then we will further proceed with our next topic. So thank you students.
Hello student, myself Jitan Tripathi, chemistry teacher of Shivaji Group of Institution. Student, in previous class of atomic structure chapter, I am explaining Dalton atomic theory and modern atomic theory, and what is the difference between both. So today we are going to explain discovery of fundamental particle. Is okay? So discovery of cathode rays and electron, that is electron. Okay? Discovery of cathode rays and electron. So, discovery of cathode rays done by initially William Crookes sir, and then after Sir J. J. Thomson. Sir J. J. Thomson. Sir J. J. Thomson. What experiment done by the Sir J. J. Thomson sir? Take and discharge tube. Take and discharge tube. So vacuum created by a vacuum pump. It means hold the air of the discharge tube, taken out from the pump. So inside the discharge tube, vacuum created, and attach two metallic rod to high voltage current approximately 10,000 volt. Okay? To create the vacuum so that pressure inside the discharge tube up to 0.012 to 0.001 mm of Hg, to reduce the pressure and fit any gas inside the tube. This is the positive end and this is the negative end of the battery. Under reduced pressure and to pass the high voltage current, gas is ionized. Reason behind that, at ordinary condition, ionization of gases are not possible. To create some drastic condition like reduce pressure and to supply the high voltage current so that gases are ionized. What happened? Ionized means ions are produced inside the tube. This is the negative end of the battery and positive end of the battery. Positive charge transmit to the negative end known as cathode, and this one is the anode. Okay, positive charge transmit to the cathode and negative charge moves toward the anode. This group form of the negative charge which are moving towards the anode plate known as cathode rays. Known as cathode rays. Some rays striking to the back wall of the discharge tube and glow the bluish color. Reason behind that, zinc sulfide coating inside the discharge tube produce blue color. In discharge tube, when the appearance of blue color rays is completion of the cathode rays. It's okay. These cathode rays have some properties like, first one is these cathode rays are made up of a small number of particles. Small number of particles, how do you decide the small number of particles present in cathode rays? Put a light pinwheel between the cathode rays so that this pinwheel rotate in forward direction continuously. It means lot of small particles present inside the cathode rays. If, let us consider, if one particle present in the cathode rays, so one hitting of the particle in light panel means pinwheel and one rotation takes place only. But lot of particles continuously hitting so that this pinwheel is continuously rotating. So lot of particles present in the cathode rays. Second one is these cathode rays reflected in magnetic and electric field. How do you decide electric and magnetic field? By applying the electric field in cathode rays, these cathode rays shifted towards the positive plate of the electric field. This experiment confirmed that these tiny particle burst properties, these tiny particles are negatively charged. These are the negatively charged tiny particle known as electron. Okay. And what is the deflection count in magnetic field? Deflection of these chargeable tiny particle takes place while we are entering in magnetic field to the perpendicular to the path of magnetic field. So where north and south pole is not decided, only perpendicular to the path of magnetic field. Okay. Now third property, these rays travel in a straight line. A straight line means there is no any obstruction during the moving of these rays. Placed any object and maintaining the spin, so image of this object is exactly equal to the object. So these rays travel in a straight line. These three properties: first, travel in a straight line, made up of a small number of particles, and negatively charged particles reflected in a electric field. These three properties are main properties, and these rays, some property को चलो, these rays when striking a thin metal foil like aluminium foil gives the heating effect. How will these rays give the heating effect? Continuously high energetic, high kinetic energy particle striking the thin foil to make the heating effect. So these high moving particle produce heating effect by striking the thin metal foil like aluminium foil. And next property, fifth, these cathode rays affect the photographic plate. Affect the photographic plate means any photographic film in contact with cathode rays, that photographic plate is damaged. So these cathode rays affect the photographic plate. So okay, this is all about cathode rays and discovery of electron. Now we take another experiment like anode rays. The anode rays, and this one is the proton. Discovery of anode rays and proton is put forward by the Goldstein and Rutherford. So whole experiment are same, but some differences are here in discharge tube. One is perforated cathode. That is perforated cathode. Perforated cathode, and remains are same things. And one is that placing of hydrogen gas. Which one? Hydrogen gas. In cathode rays discovery, any gas, but in anode rays cathode ray discovery, any gas, and for anode ray discovery only hydrogen gas, and remaining experiment are same. What happened? Under reduced pressure, by passing high voltage current, gases are ionized. Negative and positive charge of these gas, positive charge moves toward the cathode plate and negative charge of the gas moves toward the anode rays. Group form of the positive charge moving toward the perforated cathode is known as anode rays. Due to passing these canals, perforation holes is known as canals. Passing through the canals, so these are called canals rays. And due to positive charge carrying, these are also called positive rays. Okay. So this experiment done in discovery of anode rays, only perforated cathode and placing hydrogen gas. Why we take hydrogen gas? After some time, I am explaining to you. And the properties of these anode rays similar. First one is the anode rays travel in a straight line. Put any object between the path of anode rays. Same size object on screen, that confirm that these rays are traveling in a straight line, and these rays made up of a small number of particles. How will you decide? By placing a light pinwheel in the path of anode rays, continuously rotation of light pinwheel explain made up of a small number of particles. And for positive rays, these rays deflected towards the negative plate of the electric field. So this experiment confirm that these positive rays made up of positive charge particle, these positive charge particles are called proton. Okay, so these three experiments are very important. And next one is, this one is also giving the heating effect by striking on the thin metal foil, and also affect the photographic ray. So these two experiments, first one is the cathode rays put forward by the Sir J.J. Thomson, and discovery of anode rays given by the Goldstein, Rutherford sir. Properties of these rays, cathode rays and anode rays. Today we are explaining these two topics. So, student, put it down, and any question if you are asking to me, then you can ask during the online classes in WhatsApp group. So, student, thank you for today attending the class. That's all.
Good morning, student. In the previous video, we discussed the computer and characteristic of computer. Today, we discuss the how to computer work and produce the output. In the previous video, we discussed the already definition of computer, where computer is an electronic device. It takes raw material, raw data and figures, facts, then process it and produce the outputs through the many type of output devices like monitor, printer. Now we discuss a new topic, a new heading, block diagram of computer. Block diagram of computer, where computer is an electronic device. It has many types of parts which have hardware, software, electrical, electronical and many more. So the first part of block diagram of computer, it is a input devices. Input devices. We know already input devices are those devices which are used for entering data of any form into the computer. Input devices, firstly user enter the data from the input devices. These data transferred into the CPU, where CPU is a central processing unit. We also known as CPU is a brain of a computer. CPU is also combined with three components or three elements. Three elements ALU, CU, and internal memory. Where ALU is a arithmetic logic unit, it's used for the calculation and performance of arithmetic operations. And the CU is a control unit, which are control all types of operation in the computer system. And internal memory, which is a RAM and ROM. RAM and ROM is a primary memory, where RAM is a random access memory and ROM is a read-only memory. When a user enter any type of data from the input device, data is stored in the RAM for a temporary nature. What the means of temporary nature? That means the data is stored for some times. If the data are calculated for the arithmetic, then the ALU pick the data and calculate them, and after the process, these data stored in also in RAM. If the user wants to data stored in the permanently way, in a permanent nature, then data transmit in the secondary memory, where is for the memory unit. In the computer, secondary memory are many types like hard disks, floppy disks, CD, DVD, and many more are used for us as a secondary storage device as secondary memory. When user data is stored in a secondary device in a permanent nature, if the user wants to these data as a output or in a hard print, then the data also transmit from the secondary memory into the CPU, then transmit data into output devices. In our output devices, many types of output devices are used like monitor, printer, speaker, plotter, projector. These devices are used for showing resultant data of the computer, which are processing or producing by the CPU. Now we discuss how many types of input devices and output devices are used in a computer system. First input device is a punch card. In the previous section or in the earlier, when computers are prepared or developed, then the punch card are used for as a input and output devices. Then the standard input device is a keyboard. Keyboard look like as a typewriter, where user enter the data in the numeric form, letters form, operators form, and also use the functions key for the performing many type of operations. These keyboards have to approx 108 keys, and the second most important input device is a mouse. We also known as a mouse is a pointing device. Pointing device, that is the many types of objects which are shown in the desktop screen. We point out a particular object for the selecting, dragging, and many types of operations. Mouse performing mostly three types of operations: single click, double click, and drag and drop operations. Mouse are mainly two types: mechanical mouse and technical mouse. Third is a joystick. Joystick is also a input device. It's used for controlling the object for its movements like up, down, reverse, forward, left, right. It's mostly used in a video games. Joystick is mostly used in a video games. Next is a light pen. Light pen is similar to the pen. It's used for the writing or sign on the screen. And the next is a scanner. Scanner is an input device to scan those data which are in the written material on the paper, on the sheet, any type of sheet. These also look as a photocopy machine. Next is a webcam. Webcam is a camera which is a digital camera. It's used for mainly video calling, online meeting, that is inbuilt in the mobile and laptop and computers. Next is a MICR, which is a magnetic ink character reader or recognition. Magnetic ink. MICR mostly used in the bank industry because it has magnetic ink. These ink are used for a special format of font which are shown in a check, bank draft. MICR read each type of font for a special purpose. Or the next is a OMR, optical mark reader. OMR device read all types of marks like tick mark, cross mark, या फिर filling marks. It's have a special sheet that is known as the OMR sheet. It's read the OMR sheet and read all these marks, tick mark, cross mark and fill marks. Next is a VCR, barcode reader. Today, many products have barcodes which are present in the form of vertical lines in every product. These lines are barcodes and these lines read by the barcode reader, VCR devices. These are the input devices. Now we discuss the output devices. First output and standard output device is a monitor. Monitor is a first standard output device which is used for showing or representing the soft data which are stored in the computer system. These are two types, CRT and LCD. CRT is a cathode ray tube and LCD is a liquid crystal display device. CRT look as a TV and LCD is a flat TV. Second is a printer. Printer devices are used for the printing hard copy data on the any paper sheet and the plastic sheet. These are many types like inkjet printer, thermal printer, laser printer, and the next device is a plotter. Plotter also is a printer which print a big sheet, a big banners, and in the form of many big size, very big size. And the next device is a projector. Projector shows the projector same as the monitor device for showing soft data like a movie, video games, or also used for the meetings. And the next is a speaker. If we want to take the output data or rejected data in the form of voice, sound. Then we use the speaker devices. These are the input and output devices. Today is the sufficient data or topic. Next class, thank you.
Hello, my dear student. Have a pleasant morning to one and all. I really welcome you on your video lecture class. Student, in our previous lecture, we have started the chapter that is written over here, The Portrait of a Lady. The Portrait of a Lady. It's written by Khushwant Singh. He is an Indian writer. So, student, day 4 yesterday, that you can see in a previous lecture, we had started the chapter, and through this chapter, Khushwant Singh has given us a live example of his relationship to between his grandmother. Fine. So, portrait of a lady means picture of a lady. So, through this chapter, the writer has shown us the all the characteristics of his grandmother, which type of lady was she, and since his childhood, what did he do with his grandmother, and what was the reaction of his grandmother towards his grandson, and the feeling of the affection and the feeling of generosity and kindness. So these all things have been explicited through this chapter. Okay, so student, we have studied that the grandmother was a very old lady, and she was looking like as she was 100 years old. It was looking like that. Okay, and I also told you some characteristics of that lady, and some more characteristics are also written over here. You can see grandmother. She was a faithful lady because by her actions, by her doing, she was looking like she was a faithful lady. She was a confident lady. Even she was too old to walk in a proper way. Even she was too old to walk in a proper way. It means today she was so old that she could not walk in a proper way. But internally, mentally, she was very determined. She was very confident lady. Okay, and she was very courageous one. It means she was very bold lady. And hospitality. The meaning of the hospitality is that whenever we welcome a person, whenever we give a warm welcome to a person, she always welcomed everyone nicely, warmly. And endurance. Endurance means the capability, the strength of tolerance. When you tolerate anything without moving, without discourage, so that is your endurance part. And perseverance. Perseverance means your determination, your strong willpower, your will, your determined skill. So these are the characteristics of that lady. It means grandmother. And some difficult words I have also written you. The hobble means whenever some person walk in a lame person, and patched means wrinkled, and monotonous means unchanging. Chorus is a group singing. Lute means vulgar. Snapped means broken. So student, in our previous class, we have studied which type of that lady was she. So the last line was that she hovered about the house in spotless white with one hand resting on her waist to balance her stool and the other telling the beast of a rosary. So this is the lifestyle of his grandmother. She hovered. It means she walked like a lame person in all over the house. And what was her dressing sense? She always wore white color of dress, and there was not a single spot on her dress. Okay, with one hand she was putting one hand on her waist, and on another hand she was having a rosary beads. Rosary beads, that is called जो माला होती है जपने वाली माला, that is called rosary beads. She was having in another hand, and why she was putting one hand on her waist to balance her walking. That is why she was having one hand on her waist. Her silver locks were scattered untidy over her pale puckered face. Puckered means wrinkled face. So her face was wrinkled. It means you can see some lines on her face. Okay. So in Hindi you can say sikura hua face. Okay. So she was like that, and pale. Pale means faded. There was no redness on her face. Her face was looking like yellow in color, and her lips constantly moved. Her lips were constantly moving for something. So what was the thing? What was the reason of moving her lips? क्या reason था उनके lips के move करने का? So the reason was that inaudible prayer. Inaudible means the thing, the prayer or the song that you cannot be heard. वो चीज जो आप सुन नहीं सकते हैं. So she was reciting some sloks, some psalms, some prayers, but you cannot heard them. इतनी धीमी आवाज में वो गाती थी या रिसाइट करती थी कि आप उनको सुन नहीं पाओगे. Yes, she was a beautiful. So the writer is saying that I totally agree with the point of view that she was a beautiful, and she was like the winter landscape in the mountains. So here the writer Khushwant Singh is comparing his grandmother to a landscape, mountain landscape, and expanses of the pure white serenity, breathing peace and contentment. Contentment means satisfaction. So here the writer is comparing that she was like a mountain. She was like a mountain landscape. So just whenever you see the natural beauty of something, you just feel some peace and some satisfaction towards your eyes. You feel something good. In the same way, whenever I see my grandmother, I feel that she was a satisfied lady. She had a peace into her heart. She was a very peaceful lady. She was a very peaceful lady, and because she always be white in color. So students, you know very well that white color always shows a symbol of peace, a symbol of calm, a symbol of satisfaction. Okay, it's always gives you a soothing effect. It always gives you a soothing effect. You always pleased to see white color. Okay, I hope so that you people are also like this color very much. So this is the characteristic. I just repeat these lines to memorize you the story. And my grandmother and I were very good friends. Here Khushwant Singh is saying over here, I and my grandmother. We are not behaving like as a grandson and grandmother. We are behaving like friends. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city, and we were constantly together. So my parents left me and my grandmother when they went to city for settle down for doing something good in the city. She used to wake me up in the morning and get me ready for the school. Used to. So student, whenever we use used to, I'm just asking you this question. Whenever we use used to, whenever the things are in your habit, whenever you do the things in your daily life, that will be your habit. You never get bored in doing all these things. Suppose that you want to say, I used to go for morning walk last year. I used to study for 6 hours last year, or anything else you can say. But the thing is that my grandmother used to wake me up. This was her habit, that she always woke me at time in the morning and got me ready for the school. और school के लिए she prepared for me school के लिए मुझे तैयार करती थी. And she said her morning prayer in the monotonous sing song while she bathed and dressed me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. Okay, the line is very interesting. Line is written over here. She said her morning prayer. So whenever she was busy, whenever she remained busy in preparing me for school, or you can say whenever she remained busy in getting ready me for the school. So what did she do? She always started her chanting, her recite, her prayers, her singing song in a monotonous sing song. Monotonous, there was no changement in her singing. There was no changement. It was, you can say, monotonous means such type of the boring things. Whenever the things are going on in a usual process, so that things will get bored. जब कोई चीज एक ही उसमें चलती रहती है तो वो चीज बोर हो जाती है. In the same way, her songs, her manner of singing the song, her manner of reciting the prayer was not changeable. She always the same as she used to sing long ago. Fine. Why she bathed and dressed me in the home? But this was a desire into her mind that I would listen. So what was the reason of reciting that prayer? What was the reason of praying that prayer? Because she was thinking that I would listen and get to know it by heart. This was her desire. This was her ambition. This was her hope that I will listen to it and I will learn these prayers or these psalms by heart. मैं उनको हृदय से लूँगा या मैं उनको याद करूँगा. I listened because I loved her voice, but never bothered to learn her. The meaning of the word is anxious or worried like this, चिंतित होना. तो मैं उसको सुनता तो था. Here Pushpan Singh here he is explaining further. He is telling us that I would listen to her songs and her psalms, but I didn't want to learn them because I listened them, I heard them because I liked her voice. I didn't like the prayer and the songs, but I liked her voice. That's why I heard it. And then she would fetch my wooden slate, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk. And then after, what did she do? Then after what did she do? Then after, she would fetch my wooden slate, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk. Then after, she brought a slate for me, that was the wooden slate, and she had already washed that slate and plastered, and she colored it white yellow chalk. A tiny earthen inkpot and red pen, and she also brought for me a small inkpot and red pen. Tied them all in a bundle and handed it to me. And she tied all things in a bundle and she handed over to me. After a breakfast of a thick stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it. So whenever we had our breakfast, what did she do? She gave me stale chapati, and she also spread some butter and sugar on it. We went to a school. We both went to a school. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. So whenever we both went to the school, several types of the village dog met us on the way. So she used to bring some stale chapatis for them. So student, this is the story. We will continue this story in next class. Till then, have a nice day.